Thoughts on Ray DeVito stabbing KB in the back by performing at Hackmania? Who are these people? Think KB should forgive him. 10K a year is a lot of money to turn down, though. Is it? I don't know who Ray DeVito or KB are. I barely know what Hackmania is. That was Carl's thing, right? Who are these podcasts? I only know that because I think Dick was there. I'm pretty sure I have to call him a nerd for doing that. So I gotta set that in my calendar to call Dick a nerd for going to something called Hackmania. Anyway, Reketamine says, heard you talking about Andrew's eye. That's funny because our wife looks like a cross-eyed ghoul. Why does your wife look like a cross-eyed ghoul? That's weird. Insurmountable Nitwit says, finger guns akimbo, make them pay. Like Shooter McGavin. Raggedy Ann says, how'd you like those text-to-speech hard R's at the hearing? I told the guy when I sat down and I saw like 9 pages of visitors on the Zoom thing, I was like, you guys normally get like a lot of visitors? He's like, well, some days we do. And I was like, oh, God. Buddy, you're about to have a whole lot more than normal. I didn't know at that time anything like about the news of the arrest or whatever coming out. So I didn't know any of that. And so when I saw those, and you hear the judge, he's like, can you stop the binging? Because it was so far behind from people joining the Zoom call. Boom, 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 boom. It was just a backlog of that chime. And he's like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, I guess. And they're like, I'm like, is this normal? The guy's like, I don't know. I'm like, this isn't normal, homie. Like, this is not, Jesus, you guys don't even know. You don't even know. You know who I am. You know who I am. You know my name. It says, insane to see people's misplaced hatred in real time, celebrating one's difficulties to feel better about themselves and using publicized personal issues to try to justify ignorant views about authority. Chandler H. Barbecue and Ice says, not saying I didn't take a nibble. Of course you did. We all would. I would definitely. Natasha Very Good says, is this your rock bottom? Natasha, I hope every bad day of mine is my rock bottom. You all like, I am someone who tries to be optimistic about life. And here's why. Not to get, but a long time ago, I told a friend of mine this when he was in a tough time. I had just gotten out of a tough time. And I said, man, one of the things that keeps me faithful, I don't talk about my faith a lot, and I'm not going to belabor it here, but one of the things that keeps me faithful and lets me think that maybe there are some little nudges of help along the way is that no matter how things get, I've always gone ahead and looked back and realized that things that I was going through, no matter how bad they were, always brought me to the good thing I was in later. And without that thing, I wouldn't have made it there. Something would have brought me somewhere else. And I don't know what that would have been. Maybe it would have been better. Maybe it would have been worse. I'm not sure. But what I do know is that I had a thing. I ended up in a good thing. And I know that because of one, I was in the other. And I can't like speculate or predict what another outcome would be. So is this my rock bottom? I always hope bad things are my rock bottom because I'm always looking for the good thing that they'll lead to. And that's one of the few instances where you'll hear me openly talk about how faith specifically, yes, my Christian faith, I know, so weird, how that faith specifically has impacted my outlook on life and does. And I encourage everybody to go back through your life and find those moments because tell you what, remembering those bad times leading to good times is what gets you through the next bad time as well. So there you go. Echo 36 says, hire all the lawyers, stream mobile, sell your doc. Oh, my documentary? Only if I get played by like Justin Long or something. Turbo Bastard says, takes at least 2 VR sessions to adjust. Keep at it. It's been a minute. I don't know if I will or not. Right now I have other things on my mind. All Hope is Lost says, you look like aged leather. Yeah. that's been wrapped around a pumpkin stacked up on top of a bird cage. That's cool. I found that women find me more attractive when I look older, particularly Lady Rackets. So that's good for me. Most dope, that was NES, I think. Most dope 401 says, right or wrong, innocent or guilty. I'm praying for you and your family, brother. Look, a lot of people have asked how they can help specifically. And I always feel weird asking people like for that because like, oh, well, prayers. No, I actually believe that. And when people do let me know that they're praying for me, like it really is kind of uplifting because I know that for most people really do, when they ask, they really do want to help and know how. And they don't know what to do. And I don't know what to tell them. But if that is something that they can do, that's great because I don't even know what to do for myself many times. Like, so if you can find some way to do that, and if you're not a praying person, just good thoughts and good vibes, it legitimately, like finding out that people are just thinking about you positively helps. I don't know. Ladybug Lisa says, my wish for you is that you'll realize some of those who you might be mad at now actually do care about you. Oh, yeah. You're probably mistaken about who I'm mad at. But what I know that no one ever will realize is that many people who profess to be, to care about you, and they're like, I just can't, like, they don't. And it's a nasty part of business in media is that it benefits people to both care and not care at various times. But I'm not policing that. I don't care about that aspect of it. I find it funny and interesting, especially when it's obvious. But, people are going to do what they do. And what you typically find with me is until someone openly does something that I find rather untoward, I've usually given a long, long time of just not really saying anything because I don't care that much. I'm not here to try and win people over. I just try to help people out on my channel a lot. And I've done that from the start because people did it for me. So people helped me out when I was starting out and all throughout my thing. So I try and do the same for others. And if they no longer want to like associate with me, that's fine. Like that's okay. And I tend to not make a big deal out of it. I might just be quiet about it and just let it go. Allegan News says, don't let them put you under admiralty law. Sovereign citizens are fun in court. David Furry says, do you still have the Sonitude medallion? Yes, I do. Jeff Karcher says, Nick, did you have to marry a big black guy for protection in jail? Was it just for fun? No, it was just for fun. I was alone in my jail cell. I have narcolepsy, so it was really easy. I just went to sleep pretty much for an entire day. I don't have any good stories. I kept waking up to cold food being exchanged out in my room. It was all bad. In the morning, they gave me boiled eggs. The eggs were well boiled. Like they did a really good job on boiling the eggs, but there wasn't any salt or pepper for them. So that was sad. Chad Boozmock says, Nick, I hope you get to put the toe in his place. That'd be very cool. That nerd is getting remarkably insufferable. Say hi to Melton and NLO. Look, I don't think I need to do anything to the toe or to put him in any place. I think I'll just go on disregarding his existence and he'll do whatever it is that he's going to do. No one needs my help with him. Well, I mean, he does, but no one else does. Netcat Media says, you obviously hate legal mindset. Hate's a strong word that I don't reserve for very many people. I don't hate legal mindset. Not at all. Do I take issue with some of the things that he has said? Yes, absolutely. And I think there is some different ways he could have gone about stuff, but that's okay. I don't have like a list of things that people need to do. A Mouse Cop 5 says, do you think your kids are scared or sad right now? Right now, I highly doubt that. And Joe Moses says, whatever you do, don't wear the Pope hat to court. Don't you tell me how to live. Lester says, I know viewership's been down, but wasn't there a better way to go viral? There's always a better way to go viral. That's why you went viral. Anyways, best wishes to you, the wife, and the girlfriend. Oh, thanks. Chili Cheese J says, last year's been the most stressful of my life. Me too. Dealing with being the executor of my parents' estate. Found a good lawyer for probate, but normies have no clue what it's like to deal with the legal system in regards to feds or state. Riley Laveson says, I'm pretty sure Legal Mind Shit came hard during his first stream about you. He read your charges with a gleeful giddiness. I sent a super saying, not cool. He hearts this. And then Koof says, donate to freeriley.fund to save young Klippa. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. I really do. Even those of you who have a negative opinion of me based on all this stuff. Look, I can't fault you for your negative opinions. You have one side of the story. You have the accusations. You've got to read it. You either know me and you've made a judgment call one way, or you don't know me at all and you have no reason to believe anything I say. I can't begrudge people that, and I never will. The people I begrudge are the people who do know me very well and choose to ignore reality. They choose to ignore who I am, who they've known me to be, in the interest of some other thing. But that's up to them to deal with. To you people out in the chat who don't like me or have made some negative judgment, I won't ever fault you for that. Come watch the show or don't. It's always your entertainment. Whatever you find entertainment in. Not just the way I want it done. With that, thanks everybody for your support, advertent or inadvertent. And I look forward to seeing you soon. All right, guys. Peace.